for this, other than this that's
Right.
your ass for like.
And really what it boiled down to was the people around me.
I feel like the music scene here could be way better.
Okay, so we got the hair, that's Chucky. We got the jacket, that's Candyman.
Wow, okay, I see it now.
We got,
You know what I'm saying? R.P. Big C.
Rest in peace.
He had passed away, but you know what I'm saying, at the time, like he was.
Man, y'all know what the fuck going on, man. It's your boy Nightfall, man. We live with another Step to the Mic podcast, man. I got a real special guest right here today. If y'all don't know who he is, y'all more than welcome to get to know him on the show today, and he finna let y'all know who he is. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Let the world know who you are.
100. My name Vafy. You know, Mr. I ain't got no more ops that look like me. We either kill that shit mentally or physically. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I make folk music, bro.
Folk music. So let's jump right into that.
Yeah.
Right when you said folk music.
Yeah.
Tell everybody exactly what that is.
Folk music. So, you know, normally when you hear folk music, you think about like banjos and stuff like that, right? But it's still like hip hop, rap music. You know, I've been like tapped into music, bro. Like my granny, my mom, my brother, you know what I'm saying? So a bunch of generations. And I realized that music is actually for the people. And when you say that, you know, a lot of people like to put folk on like gang banging and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, which is a weird way because folk music been out since way, you know, we ain't gonna do that, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Exactly, bro. So I'm like, we done got so much music that has been destroying the folk, the people of the city and the towns, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, we had Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all these type of people who were like,
You want to scoot up just a little bit?
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm on TV game. My bad.
You good?
I mean,
You good? You good?
Replace that.
Yeah, no, you good.
It's whatever. But yeah, man. You know, we had all these positive figures in our community that was marching us to like a growth,
Right.
you know, format, right? And I just watched music for the past 10, 12 years, and it hasn't really been for the people, for the folk.
No, I can agree with that. So let's take a quick turn real quick and we're gonna jump right back into that.
Right.
Where you from initially?
I'm from Earth, bro.
He's out from Earth. Hey, like there's no specific destination, nigga. I'm from here. We can't say America because I don't even like.
Yeah.
We from Earth. I agree with you. I agree with you. One more question real quick before we go back. How did you get your dreads like that? Because low key though, I want my dreads. I've always wanted that, but I'm like, I probably just wouldn't look right with them like that thick. You know what I'm saying? What was your thought? Did you ever want to do them differently, or was that your first mind?
No, so this is my second batch.
Really?
Right? Yeah. So my first batch, man, them ones was down to like my kneecaps.
Oh shit!
No bull.
What you got? Like you real Jamaican in you?
My dad got like Haitian or something.
Oh yeah, that's why your hair grow like that. See, my dad was full nigga. that nigga, she was nappy as hell.
But for the most part, like my brother and my mom and my cousins, they had like the shop like over 38th Minnehaha. It's Nature Roots. I don't know if you ever seen that.
Yeah, no, I heard of it. Sure. Yeah.
So that's my brother's.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, you know, they had the way to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So,
they did that though for sure. That's why I threw it out there. I just had to ask. You know what I'm saying?
But now with this batch right here, I just grew it out, and then you know how we do like the little rope twist or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I did in sections to see what I liked, and then we combined them. You know what I mean? I can connect you too, bro. Okay?
That's dope, bro. Like, how long did it take? What's the process?
To get them first set up, it took like 8 hours.
Sheesh.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out my boy Rob, man.
Hey, smackaroos. That's too long for me to be sitting down, man. I gotta move. You know.
But like, you know, it's a process. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first couple times you go, you'll still see kind of like your line sticking out or whatever.
Yeah. So
you
it
gotta
takes time
get
for it to. Okay.
Yeah, it'll form, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Just keep going, and then it eventually pan out.
And you will get like bro right here for sure. No, so let's dive back into your music.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you feel like is different about the music you make versus the music everybody else make?
Nice. So I feel like the music speaks directly to experiences, like to the everyday person that walks the earth. You know what I mean? Like where like a lot of people music really just if they got money, that's what they talking about.
Right.
or they trying to get a female, that's what they talking about. But they don't really talk about like the downfalls that come with what you acquired from the decisions you made for the money you got.
Some rappers, J. Cole maybe, right?
Yeah, but he kind of.
Really?
He out.
You don't fuck with J. Cole?
I fuck J. Cole.
It's because he ain't battled Kendrick them is what it
It's
was?
because he conceded.
Oh,
You know
you can't be conceited now?
No, like I just wanted to be done.
Oh, okay. I feel it.
Yeah,
I mean, he did enough. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out J. Cole. You did do a little bit of something. I ain't a huge fan, but you know, from what I know, the bitches fuck with him. You know, the ladies fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I ain't got no kids yet, but just right here for practice. But you know what I'm saying? So he need to keep practicing.
No, okay. We all might need a little bit of practice.
We all need practice. Never stop practicing.
Facts.
In order to be a good teacher, you have to stay a student. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
So let me ask you. So what's the biggest influence you think folk music will have on the youth of today's world? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I believe that folk music can really like let people understand that you can live your life and make music. You don't have to go outside and create something that you're not about just so you can have a career. You know what I mean? You don't have to catch a couple hats to be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't have to. Like there's people that do that and that's their thing and that's what they get known for.
Right.
But you can be the person who like to play PlayStation.
Right.
And you could be like, man, I really like Xbox, but they got Superman,
Hey,
Spider-Man,
man.
blah, blah, blah.
Speaking of PlayStation, man, I don't give no fuck about PlayStation. Nigga, Xbox.
Me either.
I just had to say that because my man's over here. He told us earlier. He said, "Why you don't convert, man? Why you don't convert?"
Man, I can't convert.
I said, "I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm gonna stay Xbox, man.
Yeah.
We got the X and we box." No,
Hey, in a minute. Hey, bro, in a minute, that's the only place they're gonna be able to
right.
find me.
Because didn't Xbox shut down? I mean, Xbox, but PlayStation,
Yeah.
PlayStation one that shut down a while back, right? Yeah. So
and they about to drop that GTA,
and it's gonna be on Xbox first.
House.
Yeah. No, but yeah, man. So, but definitely, I definitely see folk music as something different. You know what I mean? I just never caught on to it as much. You know, we hearing it then and maybe hearing it now.
Yeah,
it could be like it could be huge, but it might not sound like today's moment. Like if that makes sense. So that's why I'm asking, how do you present it to the world? You know, so they can start rocking with good old folk music.
Yeah, so it's in its baby stages right now, of course, right? But you know, right now we just keeping it real safe, keeping it covered up, and letting the ones that know that need to know. You know what I mean? Everybody needs to know, but the ones who are intellectual enough to be like, all right, that beat fire. It's kind of like, you know, it's where we at today with the beats, like Boss Man, all them guys who with they beats, right?
Right.
But then when we give lyricism, we gonna go like, you know, to mention names like a Kendrick or something like that, right? So we want to give you knowledge, but we don't want to keep you away from like your bop. At the same time.
So let me ask you this question. When you say lyricism, then you say Kendrick. So now we saying Kendrick is lyrical, or has he always been lyrical? I ain't a big Kendrick fan. I like the little pull up drink song and stuff like that. Some of his classics. I never like listened to his albums. You know, nothing like that. It was never like to me. But like lyrically, where would you rank him as a lyrical artist? Would you rank him number 1, number 10? You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, I got you.
At this moment.
At this moment in time, is Kendrick better than M when it comes to lyricism?
For sure, easily.
And the moment of time, Kendrick, they saying Kendrick,
easily.
Only because he made They Not Like Us. That's the only because they fuck with that. That's the only reason, Kendrick.
That ain't even the song.
But Kendrick, you cool though. You know what I mean?
That's
but no,
crazy.
all right, Kendrick or Lil Wayne, who better at lyricism?
Kendrick?
For
sure. Lil Wayne is going and that
lyrically now I could probably agree but if we talking prime Wayne, no.
Well,
prime Wayne because he held it down for so long. Well, doing it lyrically, you know, Kendrick ain't did a 10-year run. You get what I'm saying? He ain't did a 10-year run.
That.
If you can pull a 10-year run, then you can lyrically say you're better than somebody. You can't just say I made 2-3 songs and one hot album for to say I'm better than you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Wayne ain't never won a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
Off of his lyrics, off his.
But everybody knew
mental.
it. Everybody bumped it and knew it. Now everybody bumped Kendrick.
Yeah.
Everybody at one era in time was literally bumping Lil Wayne. Everybody.
Yeah.
Every fucking body.
Including me. High school.
You feel what I'm saying?
Crazy.
High school, what a time to be alive
Bro,
when Lil Wayne was that nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't sleep on the
Every
go.
drought.
I ain't
All
saying,
that,
my mind, I feel like people gas it up and be like, oh, Wayne garbage now because, Wayne did everything under the book.
Do that.
You can't say Wayne trash versus Kendrick now because of.
And that's what J. Cole did.
Doing, you know what I mean?
And that's what J. Cole did to Kendrick.
Yeah.
He tried to discredit his discography. You cannot do that.
Right.
You just have to do what you do.
Just do what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
I feel like.
I
feel like it's different. Like, you know, we grew up to that shit. So I grew up listening to old Wayne, new Wayne, and
My
you know,
favorite
young
Wayne
50,
is the Mob.
old 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I asked. Like, if we talking prime Wayne,
Well, Wayne never really taught me anything.
This was what yes he did. Yes, he did. Wayne taught. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Wayne taught everybody how to be lyrical with their bars. That's one for sure. Motherfuckers was not rapping lyrical at one point in time and saying those dope ass metaphors and them punchlines like that. Niggas was not doing that.
I mean, like for my life.
That helped for your life because if you was a rapper, that was something that inspired you to keep going.
Yeah,
that
but
helps.
I mean, like for my life as a citizen in the America.
How does Kendrick do it?
Because he tells you what's happening. He tells you how he would do something.
What did he say what was happening? When did Kendrick ever tell somebody what was happening? The only thing Kendrick said was Drake was a pedophile. That's really all he said, and everybody hyped it up. I mean, in my mind,
say he was a pedophile.
I'm just saying, but in my mind, him saying that and they just having a rap beef. What has Kendrick actually done? If we saying what niggas done, Lil Wayne ain't done nothing either. Yeah. But what has Kendrick done for black people? Lil Wayne definitely ain't done shit because he already tell you all the time, I ain't never been called nigga by a white fan in my life.
Exactly. He said, white guy put me out when I got shot. I shot myself.
You feel what I'm saying? But we know that's cap because we know down low, everybody probably in the industry calling this nigga. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? But what is Kendrick doing besides just rapping? Though, but like any other artist is just rapping.
Kendrick is selling confidence. Actually. Kendrick is selling confidence. Yeah,
if you
nigga,
believe
up your rank.
But I'm saying he's selling confidence.
You a god even when they say you ain't.
Yeah, but he's selling confidence in a different type of way. It's confidence in a fighting way. Because if my thing is this, if it's the same thing though, what is Kanye West doing?
Not a damn thing.
I'm saying though because it's a crazy mindset then because if we saying he's fighting, Kanye do say a lot of shit.
Giving
that
Drake
makes
the
sense.
praise. That's what Kanye's doing. He likes accreditation from white people. Like actually, that's Kanye.
I fuck with that.
And he's gonna see this, and he's just gonna see how I feel about
Kanye, man. We need you on the show. Actually, straight up. No, but
because he really messed up my career, bro.
Really?
You brought him up.
Really? Wait, really?
Yeah,
Kanye?
bro. Yeah, bro.
You serious?
Yeah, bro. He did, bro. Actually, bro.
Okay, you got to tell me the scoop.
He did.
Let me know what happened, man.
Like,
Kanye,
okay, let me ask you a question.
Bro?
I watched your podcast, bro, and I know you from the Go, right?
Yeah.
Same. So you know what I'm saying when you asked me that question before, bro. To give you a speed about where I'm from, I'm originally from Chicago. I came here when I was in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I was here, and then I went to St. Louis, and I did St. Louis high school, and then I came back to Minnesota.
Wow.
Boom. This is home right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this the thing. The main person from the Go, right, is him.
Facts.
Yay, right?
Facts.
Now, if Kanye come and follow something that you doing, right, you've been working, right, and you got all these people, you got this boat of people, right, and he follows you, right, you like, oh, okay, I better keep working.
Right. Facts.
And everybody around you like, we watching you, right? And then he go through a phase or whatever you go through or whatever, and then he takes you off of his list.
Wow.
Right? What that look like to people?
That he don't fuck with you no more type shit.
Yeah, or I dropped the ball or something like, right? You feel me? But it's like, no, dude, you dealing with your emotional wreck, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I put the shirt on. I said, vote Kanye, nigga. Like, I vote Dick Kanye, nigga. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't know
I backed you up, bro. Like, every time niggas, you put the red hat on, bro, I was like, no, I ain't even like that, bro. Y'all not seeing. And, like, I lost friends because I cared for Kanye West. Because I care for Ye. And you know what Ye means is he's for the people.
Right.
He is them. He that's what Ye means. He told us that. So what are you doing? You're not doing folk music, gang. You're not doing it. You let Drake say you don't care about our folk. And then you still talking about them today. Cap.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
So I don't dislike him because of the reason why people dislike him.
Right.
And I would never discredit his catalog because he's the only artist that can go toe to toe with Lauryn Hill. That's just what it is.
That's a crazy story, bro. Kanye, you got some explaining to do.
You know what I'm saying?
You got some explaining to do, Kanye.
My bad, bro.
He said, hold the fuck on, bro. You said the name. Hold on now. You triggered a fucking memory, bro. You triggered it. Don't do that shit again, Nightfall. No, real shit. No, hey, that's a crazy thing. But no, definitely. Can you give me an example of what folk music sound like to you?
Bitch, I'm on your motherfucking block now, top down. You see how I'm rolling? I can't stop now. I see how you see how I step with God. That's why you calling the truth now. Melanated, yo bitch wanna fuck. She ain't seen Roots Clown. This that birth of a nation. We still won't act like you now. White face. Only justification is to paint that you been wanting to be me, bitch. Why you ain't just say that? You should let my people go before I bring that staff back.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Bring that C, split that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you.
Shit like that, but at the same time, shit like, you know what I'm saying? We still talk to our ladies and shit. We be like, shit like jet lag. Why you talking about all of that? It's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stick to my emotions. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I got a fair share. You know what I'm saying? I took the E off emotion. I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? Why you mention my lady? You know that shit was so shady. You know what I'm saying? There you go showing your crazy. You acting like a little baby because I ain't answer you quick. But I'm a man. I ain't really got an answer to this unless I call you my bitch. But even that is a trip. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, but it got the beats too.
Right.
Shout out my boy Richie going crazy, man.
Shout him out for sure.
In Poland, bro. I went
we
to Poland,
need beat makers on here too, man. So if y'all making beats doing all that, bring y'all ass. You know what I mean?
I'm putting them tattoos on my.
Hey, that's raw.
passport.
That's raw.
Oh God.
Facts.
Man.
It's so different when you hear like people say folk music now than you hear folk music back then.
Oh,
Do you know the difference between how it sounded back then and then? So people, that's what I say when you say folk music and people hear they like
it's for the people like I used to like gang culture.
Because that's what I was thinking too at first. I'm like, when you say folk music, I'm like, okay, if we saying gang culture, okay, we got to add that with when we say folk music because a lot of old folk music is the strings with the guitars and shit, which was great ass music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you don't hear that no more. And I feel like that's what they should bring back. A little bit of the old country folk music down south, you know what I'm saying? But
Howlin' Wolf and all that.
With today's twist. I feel like if some artists could do that with today's twist, add some bass to it, boy, that shit would be raw as hell. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gotta be so crazy neither, like, so murderistic is what I'm saying. Like it could be more godly and what that spiritual.
And that first one that I rapped, it had nothing to do with negativity. It was just saying like, damn, nigga, like, let me in the fucking door. Remember when Pac was like,
you need them songs.
We are hungry, please let us in. The song started changing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming through, I'm picking the lock. Like,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying?
No, but I would agree. Every artist still need them type of songs to make their own statement. Because if you mad, man, how the fuck you gonna take it out? You gonna be quiet? You feel if I'm mad, I'm finna go on the track. Or I'm finna do what I normally do. Like me, I'm in the gym a lot. So I'm going to the gym. I'm sparring a lot. You know what I mean? So it's all about how you doing that shit. If you a dope ass rapper, you doing what he do, get your ass in the studio.
And nothing matters until you do something.
You hear me? Right. Nothing. Say that shit again.
Nothing matters until you do something.
Come on now, man. That's real. That's real. Hey, what is one thing you want to get off your chest real quick? Let's discuss that.
Man, one thing I want to get off my chest, like in what type of context?
Shit, in general with anything. It could be anything that's on your mind, anything that came up yesterday. That shit could have happened 2 minutes ago in this conversation. And you could have been like, bro, I don't like what you just said. You know what I mean? You could just, hey, whatever's on your mind, gang.
One thing I would like to get off my chest is, I would love when my people would do their research. That's really like my biggest thing. Do your research. Like, stop getting fed information.
Facts.
Just do your research.
Facts. And stop being one-sided too.
Yeah,
don't do the one-sided shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I ain't gonna lie. Right when you say do research, I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of people ask, bro, how you get your setup? How you get this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I Google, I research, I made phone calls, I saved money, bro. You gotta do these things. Stop.
I watch what's the best mic or what's the worst mic.
Questions. Get on your fucking phone, bro. You got a device right in front of you.
It's a companion.
You hear me? This is your everything,
bro.
You hear me? If you don't treat that shit like you treat your blick and everything else, bro,
it'll
then
use you.
You just gonna, you feel me? It's gonna use you. You letting these hoes call you, you better call them. And you see what's up.
Hey, put that mic to the side, gang.
You hear me? Look, it don't look like I tell people. This mic alone, bro, was like probably like maybe $100-some, but you could probably get it cheaper anywhere else. But the whole point is invest, bro. If I didn't invest in 2, 3, 4 microphones or cameras or the equipment or the knowledge, bro, you wouldn't know. Go to school, get your ass up and go do something. You won't learn sitting on your ass. And if you are sitting on your ass, get on the fucking phone or something and really look, study.
It's a lot of money on the phone.
Look at that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what time it is type shit, man. Like straight up. You want to give out any shout outs or something out there, gang?
Shout outs. Man, shout out Javon. He set this up for us today. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's been a lot of names I could shout out, like Young Obeezy. I know you shoot
shout out my nigga Obeezy, yes sir.
And I shoot videos for Obeezy.
Hey, that's what's up.
Videos too, bro.
Bro, we gotta tap in with that. I gotta tap in. Yeah, for sure.
Referee came up here, he shouted me out. Mick Boulevard, man, shout out Mick Boulevard right now, bro. Cause man, nigga, like he kind of been doing this thing. You know what I mean? Shit, StepUp, visuals.
Yep, shout out all the cameramen. Y'all all doing good shit out here.
You know what I mean? She doing her thing as an ancestor right now.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Richie in Poland, man. I went out to Poland. I met a couple of his homies in Blees, Slanex, all those guys out there, man. And shout out my kids. Shout out my daughter, Valentina. Shout out my son, Kai. Man, shout out my homegirl, Ashley. Shout out everybody. Shout out my mama. Shout out the city. Shout out the world. Shout out the nations that we unite in, you know what I'm saying?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
On that blackmail, cuz.
Blackmail.
Speak on that.
Blackmail, like the word blackmail? Or me as a blackmail? Oh, yeah, black man, what, bro? Oh, bro.
The industry, speak on that shit.
Bro.
Tell him, bro.
Like bro, I got married, bro. At 21, bro, I got divorced. I had some homies. They out here and shit. They went and talked about me on the stand with the judge, put their hand up and lied. And tried to destroy me. But guess what? I'm still alive. That's one of my songs on my album. It's called Still Alive. You know what I mean? Like, they just, like, one tried to catch me off in traffic, but got stuck. Now he a trucker. That's a big body, little stupid motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a 50-year OFP with my son's mom, bro. Yeah. Like, off of lies that my people that I really put my all into. And, yeah, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out my haters.
Big facts. Shout
out them fakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? We the original Lakers.
Facts, definitely. Hey, you want to let the world know where they can find you at and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can find me on every major streaming platform. You know what I'm saying? Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. I don't really be pushing the YouTube link, but maybe y'all can help me out with that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Instagram, VAFYYY. You know what I'm saying? But on the streaming platforms, VAFY. Back outside, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see me.
Facts. And let me ask you one thing. Can you give the world some type of inspirational quote on just, keeping their head afloat in life and just, trying to get to their destination without all the fuck ups?
Yeah, I know everybody always want to say, like, stay focused and stay driven. And I'm going to say those same things. But when I say those things, just know that when I say those things at you, there's 3 fingers pointing back at me and one up to God to guide me. You know what I mean? So when I give you advice, I'm taking that advice too. You feel me? And then hopefully God just guide me. You know what I mean? I stay with my devotions.
Hold that up one more time. Let them see that.
Yeah, 100.
Y'all see it. We all see what's going on, man.
And if you see this episode, then that's for you.
Come on,
you
now.
Feel me? So it's just
in Jesus' name, boy.
Yeah, on God. So
yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And Clarence.
Yes, sir. Man, like I said, y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Y'all know where to find him and all that good shit. All the links gonna be in the motherfucking description, so y'all tap the fuck in. 100. One thing for sure, 2 things for third. Never bring up Kanye West around this man.
No, you can bring him up now.
No, yeah, Bobby now.
Yeah.
You might,
we got that off.
You might get a clip or 2 because you know what happened.
We love you, yeah.
Hey, but we love you, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love over here. Yeah. And like I said, y'all tap in until the next time. Step up to the motherfucking mic, man. We out this bitch.
100.
Yes, sir. I fuck with that. the Super Bowl halftime show.
Word.
To me, it was a good performance, but I don't think it was better than Michael Jackson's performance. It was a great performance, just not better than MJ's. But he did get more views than MJ's, but just not better than MJ's. Now, I don't know about maybe his halftime performance, like what he was trying to get across, the message. It was a little bit sporadic because the music don't match with what was going on, is what I'm saying. Some of the topics is, to me, ain't there. And that's why I say he not as lyrical. That's why I brought that up earlier. But to you, it might be different. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, not to be so typical where everybody got outside, but like, so I would like to say you're right about the Michael Jackson thing. Nobody can outperform Michael Jackson. It's just
period.
It's what it is.
Like, that's crazy.
Jenny snap too.
Yeah, facts.
But like, as far as like an overall show, I think that it was a better show, a better performance than any performance ever, just because it was the first time we had an actual sitting president at the show watching black people do what they do, and that spread the message to their people. And the messages with our people, we remember back in those times when they like to say that they was whooping our ass outside, like nigger get in the house and shit like that. But like, remember, we used to get our point across through song and through dance and through art, because they didn't know what we was talking about.
Right.
You feel me? So that's what it was. So if you saw a message in there that stuck out for you, then run with it.
It was the choreography. It was good. I just feel like we should have saw a little bit more. It was some shit that I know they didn't show in air.
Well, it's still, but then you also remember that you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Before they be like, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on, he's
Put
black.
a plug on this
he's too black.
Take
this shit away.
You can only do so much. Yeah. So it looks like when they say scorekeeper, the duck one life, right? It looks like they just still talking about niggas kill niggas. But what they saying is like, hey, we didn't die so much because we haven't even really like cared about what we were actually doing. Yeah,
but until the song when he says, "Say Drake, I hear you like him." That what that got?
Well, he had to do that one. He had to, right? He had to.
Yeah, I guess you had to. You had to.
But he's starting his tour in Minnesota.
Who, Kendrick?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be there. I'm not a Kendrick fan. I'm not a Kendrick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a Kendrick fan. I'm not like.
I'm a hold a Kendrick accountable type of fan.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I like some of his music, but I'm not. I don't ride around bumping Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ride around bumping Migos way before I bump Kendrick. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's because I like a different type of music. You know what I mean? Like, his music is good. I'm not saying it's not good, but I ain't gonna lie. I low key like the Drake line where he was like, "You rap it like you trying to get the slaves free." That line,
you gonna get me started again?
That line was so hard, bro. It was so hard.
But it's a racist ass line.
But yeah, it could be racist all day. But they battle rapping. You know what I'm saying? That's like a black dude battling M, and then he say, "You cracker this." You know what I'm saying? M ain't gonna even gonna look at that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it's a cool
black
bar.
People can't be racist.
I'm gonna say, but you can't be racist. But you get what I'm saying? Though. I'm just saying, in metaphorically speaking, it's still a line that was dope because of how Kendrick rap, and I get it. And I get it.
He is.
You know? But at the same time,
line.
But I'm saying at the same time, that's like saying J. Cole like that, or that's like saying KRS-One like that, or that's like saying the rappers who really was rapping like that is like that, when technically they was really putting real messages out in them songs.
Yes.
And they was really trying to help the city and the community. Yes. So what I'm saying is, just by Drake saying that, most people's favorite part on that song is the "Say Drake, I hear you like him young" part. That's everybody's favorite line.
He said, "I hear."
Instead of everything else that he mentioned that made lyrical sense, the only one they hear is the nonsense. You know what I mean? So exactly. That's what I'm saying. So lyrical wise, I want to be able to rap a rapper's lyrics where we talking about some real shit.
Do you think that They Not Like Us was solely about Drake?
No, I think it was about a lot of other people too, and like the influence kind of what Drake did with the influence and stuff like that. Not all about him, but most specific parts, yes, was directed towards him because that was his battle beef.
I think Drake was inspired that song, but I think the song was more about, hey, they not like us. Like, it's not about Drake and his crew is not like us. It's like,
They not like us.
They not like us. All them motherfuckers that go against you, I'm not going against you. And that's why you see his logo is the two kids putting up the alphabet, the A. Because now, since you like them young, Cool.
And he taking a step. See, but that's the only thing he thinking about is the like him young part. See, that proved my point that song ain't shit. It ain't shit. I'm just saying, prove my point. Because if you rap any other bar, what's the best bar besides that stood out?
I mean, like
took too long. It's already.
There's not a best bar though.
No, I'm talking
you funny as hell. It's the whole thing, you know. Because I was about to start at the first line. I was gonna rap the whole song.
But you see what I'm saying though? He was gonna rap the whole song. He can't give me a little one. Give me one specific bar that was better than the Drake. Say Drake, I hear you like him young part.
How he infiltrated.
What was it? What was the line?
When he talked about, he said you went to.
They doubled down, calling us some slaves. 2024, they got the same agenda. Like, so he's telling you,
but
it
took. That's like a battle rapper, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm battle rapping, how long do it take till I get to the best part?
No,
or should I have my bars ready, set, go?
No, but that's not the message.
He was battle rapping.
No, the message not even that.
They made you think he was battle rapping.
He wasn't battle rapping.
What was he doing?
He back to back.
He was talking.
He did what Drake did to do with back to back, right?
No.
He tried to pull it back to back with Drake.
No, I think
back twice.
I think
but what does that mean?
I don't think he was actually battle rapping when he was doing his things. He was letting people know that, like, hey, Drake is just smoking mirrors.
But what I'm saying is, I know, but I'm saying is still. This is how I look at it though.
Yeah.
I always look at it like this. We could be rap fans. I'm not knocking nobody being a rap fan and loving the music. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, when we look and we really studying lyrics, this is where the old school rappers look at these other new school rappers, and we look at them like, what the fuck are these niggas really saying? So what I'm saying is, if Kendrick did and said all this, right, and there were so many messages, the only message that humans are actually saying is the Drake line.
You know why?
So
it's controversial.
But no. But what should be more controversial is the fact that we are saying that there were more in the song. That's the most controversial part about it. But
that's
everybody
why they not like us. But not everyone understands the song.
But what I'm saying is that's the point. If we get everybody who don't understand the song, then they're very much alike than you think. So that's what I'm saying. There's too many people who are alike, then you got that 1% of people who aren't alike.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, with the 1% of people who aren't alike, though, we're the ones who see the coded messages, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody else, if I ask you what was the rawest line about that song, people only say the pedophile part. But the reason why I'm saying is if it was so much controversial to where it was like, he said something, give me more.
I think because what's understood don't have to be explained.
No. Because if everybody's saying they understand it, but they only go back to part is the pedophile part. You cannot. This is the part.
I never go there.
I'm not you.
Yeah,
just speaking in general, because it's a lot of people who do this. And if you look on the internet, that is the main part that people are playing, even on TikTok. Even on for reels or whatever, that's the only part people are playing.
That's the controversy.
You know, it could be a controversial line, but it's an easy line to just manipulate. But what I'm saying is, as people who are looking at the bigger picture, why isn't everything else the topic of discussion?
Because this is the thing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Why isn't that the topic of discussion instead of us being so one track minded? Like, the only controversial part was the pedophile part.
Because
like,
right now
it's controversial with us being black and not really seeing through the lines.
Yes.
You know, that's to me is more deep than any rap bar that's out. Is that we can't see through the biggest lines. That even though they rapping all this, the next day, guess what black people do? Go right back in the streets and do the same bullshit. So that's controversial as fuck if we can only listen to a message, but not do with the message. Yeah. And that's my message to the people if y'all listening. Stop just listening and get up and go do. Because we can listen so much and ain't nobody doing shit.
Exactly.
That's
what are you doing
problem.
with your research?
You see, that's my
now
that
you're researching.
I'm not knocking what y'all saying. I agree. Yeah. I was just saying, and that's why I do these type of things, because I want to have a topic like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so we can really discuss. Because as black people, like I said, when we making this music, are we building or destroying at the same time? Because if we're building, we can't just only listen. We got to get up and go do.
Exactly.
So if we all saying there were controversial messages in there, which part stuck out the most? And it can't be the Drake line. You know what I mean?
To be able to do what you set yourself out to do. Because the people who are not like us is the ones who wants to keep you held down.
Beautifully said.